Hello. It is currently 1 a.m. I start off these streams acting like it's a vlog. Oh, jeez. I said I was going to live stream yesterday, and I ended up not live streaming yesterday. Because I was tired. So I'm live streaming today instead. And when I say yesterday, I mean last night. Which is in a way yesterday morning. So, I'm gonna do today or tonight what I said I was gonna do last night, and that is I'm gonna iron on my patches onto my jean jacket, because my jean jacket, I have a few patches on there already. I've sewn them on, but I have some iron-on ones that I want to put on my jacket. I don't know. Okay. So, the patches I have are Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one, Bee Goose, Do Crime, Honk Honk Honk, from Untitled Goose Game, and I am who I am. Your approval is not needed. So I want to put those ones on my jean jacket, and I'll do that tonight. Update on the spiders in my place. I actually did end up putting together a spray bottle filled with stuff that kills spiders, and then the spray bottle I can't spray anything out of it. So I need to get a new spray bottle so I can continue spraying spiders. Oh jeez, just the computer. So there's that. But yes, tonight is strictly for putting these patches on my jean jacket. How many patches do I have on my jean jacket? 1 second. Okay. My jean jacket is from the show Interactive Introverts, the Dan and Phil show that I went to 2 years ago now, just over 2 years ago. I got introvert on this arm, the patch. Oh, the root symbol there. And that's it. So I want to figure out where I'm going to put these ones before I do anything. Also, why is my lighting so bad right now? That's a little better. Okay, so plastic confuses me. Plastic confuses me. Finish your sentences, Nat. I know. I'm a lot like a cat in that respect. The fact that plastic confuses me. There it is. Why is all these plastic packages the same? It's just literally a piece of plastic with glue holding it together. Why is it never like this plastic fused together anymore. Like even this one. I ordered these two online on Wish. This one I got at a store. And it's still the same kind of packaging. Why? Why glue? Why would they use glue like this? Why would they? Why would they use glue like this? Okay. This one and I never wear this jean jacket out anymore, which is sad. But at the same time, it's because I got my 2 new jackets, but I gotta wash both of those. So I might end up wearing this one out soon-ish. I'm gonna give it a few days for I'm gonna iron these on and give it a few days for the patches to be fully ironed on. But I'm looking at the back of it. Like, from the side, it looks great. But then you look at the back, and it's like it's crying, and it has a runny nose. Because of the threads being held together by the plastic. Okay, this is confusing me greatly. See? It's a black and white with red letters, right? There's a yellow string there. There's no yellow there, but it's just a yellow string. Like, it was laying underneath when the plastic got fused to the fabric. Oh, geez, there's still glue on this. Oh, I must have put the glue there accidentally. There we go. Is that under the plastic? That must be under the plastic. This thing on the marble badge, the trademark thing. It must be under the plastic. Is it? Yeah, it's under the plastic, right? I don't know why, but these smell really nice. Not that one. That one doesn't. This one does. One smells better than the other one. Okay. So, let's see. So looking at my jean jacket this way. This is the front. I have that patch there, and there's a space right there. I wonder. Maybe not. Yeah, no, I don't want to put that there. And I don't want to put it on any folds either. So, on the pocket is out. I could put it on the other shoulder, because I got the introvert on this shoulder. And they're roughly the same size. So, good balance, I guess? I don't know. I kind of don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side for now. My Beat Goose Do Crime Honk 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 is roughly the same size as this patch here. So, I can't put it over there because there's a tear right there. It's a decorative tear, but I can't put it there. Can't put it there. You know, I could put stuff on the back. I might do that actually, because the back has all the space. Granted, the back is sun bleached, and putting it there might not be the best thing. Ooh, you know what's a good idea? This is the center of the back of the jacket. I could put it right there, right above the introvert. That'd actually be a good idea. I like that. So that's where that one's going now. The center back right above introvert. And then I don't want to put anything the top part right across the back, like where just below the shoulders where the shoulder blades are. I don't want to put anything along that part because that part gets sun bleached really easily. Even though my Be Goose Do Crime would fit pretty well there. I kind of want to put it there actually. And then for balance, I guess I could put the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. patch on this arm because there's no way I'm putting that on the back of the jacket. There's no space for it on the front, so yeah, that would go pretty good on the shoulder instead. Some Marvel fans, I don't know who, would probably end up harking on me for maybe it being on the wrong shoulder. I'm not quite sure, but the right sounds like it should be at the shoulder. But I already have the introvert patch there, and this one will go on the shoulder or will go nowhere at all. So that will be good. And then the Be Goose Do Crime will end up going right here on here along the back. Right there above that. So yeah, that is what I have decided. I have never ironed on a patch before. The other two patches on here, the root and the introvert one, are sewn on patches, and I like sewing, so I sewed those on. I have not ironed on patches though. I need to grab my iron. That is so creepy to look at from behind because you don't know if there's anything out there. Oh, it's like a horror movie. Oh, geez, now I don't want to turn my chair because my head's blocking the view on the camera. Yep. No, do that. Okay. Don't mind the random light from over there. It was there for a reason that is no longer valid. Just putting that there. Ow, just dropped the cord on my toe. Okay. So I have plugged the iron in. Okay. Lap. So, oh geez, it's so hard to see my own lap in the camera. Right here, this patch here. The strings have started to fray off and break, so it's a lot more frayed than what it's supposed to look like decoratively. But right here, too far down. Right here is where I'm gonna put this patch. Did I raise that up? Probably, yeah. And then I'll put Be Goose Do Crime right there. But this one first. That is not dead center though. This thing here is dead center. So there we go. If I even get this a centimeter off, I'm going to lose it whenever I look at this jacket. Good. I know. Okay. That is seamless. Now I know why people like iron-on patches. Problem is, I accidentally ironed it too far this way. But it's okay. I'll live. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, I covered the camera. So I'm gonna wait a moment before I move it and iron the next part. If you're getting concerned because I'm ironing over top of my legs, don't be. I have a tiny ironing board sitting on my lap. That's creeping me out majorly. The fact that that door is slightly open and it's dark out there. I keep on thinking I'm seeing something in the camera, but that's just electronics being funny. Okay. So the next one, go right here. Okay, right here. Steve. that smoke from burning plastic. So somebody didn't use high quality materials. Oh, I'm stopping myself from tilting it up all the way because I don't want to see the door behind me. I'm such a scaredy cat. I'm full of scarediness. Now my sweater's starting to look like somebody's standing there. Oh geez, every time I look back at the camera, it looks like somebody's standing there. Okay. Great. Now I've blocked it off successfully again. If I don't move my head too much. There we go. Okay. So I've officially added 2 new patches to my jean jacket. Perfect. Now I gotta add the one over on this arm. I'm trying to calculate the best angle to do this on, and also where the patch is gonna go. So I have a bit of a dilemma. There is creases in this jacket, and I don't know if it's from constantly wearing it and getting sun bleached, or if it's from something else. Don't mind me, I'm just ironing my jean jacket, not where my patch is gonna go. So I want to show you guys this. This is the sleeve of my jacket. If you can see, there's lines here, and that's not like light and shadow highlighting some parts. That's, I think, sun bleach. My jacket creases when I wear it, and I'm wearing it out in the light. So what I'm going to do because see, the problem with this is I want the patch to sit in the center of my arm, but the problem with that is the fact that it doesn't crease that way. It creases sideways. So this is where it sits. Right there. I'm trying to. There we go. Okay. So my hand has not left this part of the jacket where I want to put the patch. Okay, I had to swap hands, but it's still in the general area. And my hand has creased the jacket there, so I know exactly where that is. Okay. And I've lined it up with the rest. Great. So, there. Okay. Don't put it on upside down. That would be not great. Okay. So this is where this patch is going. I have to straighten out my jacket. And why does ironing be weird? Because on one hand, it's super fast and convenient. But on the other hand, it's like, I'm just gonna not iron down. There's the smoke from the melting plastic. Come on. I think the edges coming up are part of the design. I don't think the plastic reached all the way to the edges. But I'm going to keep ironing it for a minute or so, just to make sure. Oh no! Don't iron it too long. I burnt it! I burnt it! Shit. It wouldn't have burnt, except for the fact that the seam for the sleeve, there's one here, but there's also one just a little bit over on the other side. And there's a knot for the seam. One that's there intentionally by design, not because I wanted to put a knot there, because I think that's where the sleeve connects to the torso. There's a knot right there. Yeah, that's the knot. So it's burnt slightly, but it should be fine. There we go. Proud of me, Mom. I ironed on patches for too long, and they burnt. I shouldn't chew with my mouth. I shouldn't talk and chew at the same time. And here I am, still doing it. I need better manners. Okay. I need to turn off this iron launcher. Hi, Mel. Be careful. I don't want you and this iron to mix. I don't want me and this iron to mix either. Iron to be bad. So you can see right here and here that I've kind of burnt the patch. Oh well, it'll live? Question mark. Yeah, I was right about there being no plastic on the edges. So that's that, but that only took a half an hour. So I'm not gonna go just yet. There's something else I talked about doing during my last stream. Can't remember what it was. You remember, Meow? Mila does not remember. I should watch Markiplier. I'm watching Markiplier. My mom? No. Sorry, I was just thinking about her when I was going to say. Not my mom. My therapist. Not to be confused with my mom. My actual therapist, whom I pay. I told him that I have started streaming, and I told him it's kind of like therapy for me because I just get to talk and ramble about whatever, and to random people, and even if no one's watching, I still keep talking because I just pretend I'm talking to a bunch of people. Who knows? Maybe one day we're talking to like 100 people all at once, talking about some random problem I have. I'm talking about what I'm going to be doing, or actually doing something to 100 people. Not weird, but like in the sense of I just ironed patches onto my jacket kind of way on a live stream. Yeah. What else did I say I was going to do? Something I said I needed to do, and I can't remember what that was. Figure it out eventually. Yeah. It's starting to get really cold. Note to self, do not wait 2 hours to drink tea latte. The almond milk starts to get a little bitter mixed with the apple cinnamon and the sugar. Yeah. Okay, one thing I could do. This is my phone, okay? You probably can't really see. Look at my lock screen, isn't it adorable? Anyways, I have cracks. A few cracks on my screen protector. You can kind of see right there. There's a crack in the black shadow there. I wonder if I locked my phone, would you be able to see it? No, not really. But I do have a couple cracks in it. I have extra screen protectors here, tempered glass. I could put on I could change them out, but this, it's not that bad, so I might not. I have two to choose from as well. There's this one with the weird square top, and then this one that just leaves the speaker at the top open. This one is specifically for an iPhone 5S, but I have a Samsung, and this is the kind of screen protector I have on it. So, honestly, it wouldn't make that much of a difference. But this one, I think is the type that's supposed to go on this. What kind of phone do I have? I know it's a Samsung. I'm gonna take the case off. How do I take the case off? Ha! I have popped it open on one side. And the other side. And that side. And last one. Here we go. Plastic bit. Something you want. Made in South Korea. Oh, nice. Love those guys. Okay. Maybe I should clean this. Or at least clean my phone. Trying to figure out how to take the case off the rest of the way. See, it kind of wraps around it. See here, and then it wraps around and it goes to the front. So I don't think there's any way to take the case off. But like, it's kind of like a rubber insole. And I know it's part of the case because it's got this thing here, which is also attached to this thing here. Stand. So just started out trying to figure out what model my phone is, which I could have just gone to my settings and found out. But I want to take my case off. Not for long. I'm gonna put it back on. But I wanted to take my case off because I've had this phone now for over a year now. I think a year and a half. Almost 2 years, actually. I think my first photos I took on this phone were in December, shortly before Christmas. So almost 2 years, because it was the year before last. Because last year I was in this place, and then the year before last I was up north with my mom. And I have pictures with my friends, like right at the beginning of my camera roll. Actually, it's just after those ones I took. And I know for two reasons. One, the first picture I took was of presents I wrapped, and two, the second picture I took was at a friend's birthday, and her birthday is in December. So I know Steve's birthday. That only people who've watched my videos would get that reference. Does the plastic kind of bend off? I want to clean my phone as well because there's dirt in the charger and the headphone thing. My shield patch glows and it looks like a face. Jesus Christ. Okay. So there's, I mentioned this before, but the plastic is there. The plastic is attached to the rest of it. Oh. Big Dumb took 5 minutes to figure that one out. Is that Goose? Samsung? Please. Looks like spider web. Okay, great. That's nice. Hi Mila. Okay. These tissues look like they've been used, but they kind of have not as tissues usually are. I wrapped a whole bunch of tiny breakable things in them when I was moving, and I didn't use them afterwards for anything. Are you upset because there's a box on your Wii board? Milo sits on the Wii board sitting on top of a box underneath my desk. And there was a box sitting on top of the Wii board, sitting on top of the box underneath my desk. And he couldn't sit on his Wii board. And now he's off his Wii board. Cats. They're just like children. This is why you should clean your case. That is dirt. I encourage everyone, when they get a moment of just time to do whatever, to take your phone out of its case and clean your case. And your phone as well. Not with like water. Maybe a little bit of water, but like not a tremendous amount. Just enough to get your cloth or tissue wet. Use your nails, cleaning all the cracks and crevices, and for God's sake, clean the fucking case. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, clean the case. Clean your phone case, please. Think, how long have you had your phone? Did you get a case on your phone when you got your phone? And if so, did you take it off since you got it? And a lot of you might be saying, yes, I changed the cases. Yeah, sure. When was the last time you did that? Thought so. And to you that just answered a week ago, good on you. Did you actually wipe your phone down before you put it in a new case? Didn't think so. I would not recommend using a tissue. If anything, use paper towel. If you're gonna use some sort of paper cleaning thing, because tissues fall apart easier, and there's a whole bunch of tiny words right there, and the tissue is getting caught in them. Also, tissue will fall apart randomly in your thing. Okay. There's that. I gotta clean this. Hell, aren't you supposed to be working right now? I don't know when you said that, but aren't you supposed to be working right now? You probably just popped in for a second, said hello, and then left again. How dare you? You're supposed to be working right now. I know who you are. There's a bunch of tiny scratches on the back of my phone case. You probably can't see because on the light. There you go. Tiny scratches all over the back of my phone case. This is from dropping it too many times. Okay. Manufactured in Vietnam. Are you on your break? 11, no, 10. Oh, yeah, you are. Okay. I haven't even realized it's been 4 hours. Never use tissues to clean your phone. to like go over this with another tissue because I don't want to get up to get freaking paper towel or an actual cleaning cloth. Could I use my cloth that I have for my clarinet for cleaning it? No, I shouldn't. Don't do that. That's stupid. The reason why I say that's stupid is because I use that cloth for cleaning my clarinet, even though I haven't cleaned my clarinet in years, because I haven't used it in years. I don't even think it's been out of its case for years, because the last time I actually was using it was when I was in grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 5 years. 5 years ago was the last time I used my clarinet on a regular basis. I did clean it 3 years ago, because I used it 3 years ago. But maybe I should do that next. Just clean my clarinet. You can see here at the bottom of my phone, it's shiny around my charging cable because of the fact that it's so hard to plug in my freaking phone. I'm so bad at it. Okay, and then I'm gonna wipe down. Pretty shiny. And then this thing, it's a different type of plastic, so it's not that bad at being clean or not clean or whatever. Dirty? Okay, bye. I'll see later today, I guess. Good night. Okay, there we go. I should clean my phone more often. My phone and its case. Because that actually was pretty dirty. Don't sneeze. I don't know why I'm telling myself not to sneeze. I felt like I was going to sneeze and then I didn't sneeze. It happens sometimes. Hate that. You know when you're building up for a sneeze and then you just don't sneeze? It's the worst feeling ever. Because you just don't sneeze. Yeah, phone is clean. I still kind of do want to clean my clarinet though, because it's been a while since I've cleaned it, so it might be a good idea to clean it. Okay, I'm gonna go grab it. It has not left this case in 3 years. I cannot use it for 2 reasons. One, this reed is extremely old. I'm gonna throw it out immediately. I shouldn't have even left it on here. But I was a child and an idiot. Look at that grime. That is not tasty. And the reason why I say tasty is because of the fact that this is where the mouthpiece is. Corpse grease. That's nice. More corpse grease. Clean. Clean. I need to get more reeds for my clarinet. I'll do that. Sometime in the near future. Maybe I'll make a video out of it. Buying things that I haven't gotten in a long time. Or buying things that I need to, like, touch up on. I don't know. Okay. So, here is this fancy instrument. It is a gloss, of course. You can probably tell. The purpose of it, and this long-ass string, is to toss down one end of the clarinet and clean it. Start with this thing first. We don't need to, because there's this brush thing. Do you see all that dust? That smells like my saliva when I was 14. That's a thing, I think. I don't know why I'm doing it. Probably to blow dust out of the pipe. Okay. I need a new cleaning cloth as well. There's actually a place called Something Music on Granville Street where I go to school. Maybe I can stop by there on my way home after school and pick up some stuff. Oh my gosh. This looks greasy. Don't I have more cleaning supplies than this? 1 second. Okay. Bad news. I couldn't find any more of my cleaning supplies because I could have sworn I had more. But if I don't, then I don't. Good news is, found a box with more reeds in them. Meaning, I have 2 more spare reeds. They're old. So, and I think I might have used them at one point. So, I should still get some new reeds. These are type 2. So that is on the agenda. I have to go to that music place, get new reeds, and new cleaning supplies for my clarinet. I wish I did flute. I wanted to do flute, but then my mom was like, it's too difficult. And you know what? They say you're not supposed to, but my friend let me try her flute, and I couldn't, even though we only had 2 classes of band a week, it took me the end of the second week to actually make a noise with my clarinet. It took me 10 seconds to make a noise with a flute. Yeah, I should not have played the clarinet. Plus, the flute is so much smaller. It would have been so much easier for me to put the flute in my bag. But yeah, somebody had to convince me to play the clarinet. I think a rat might have gotten into the bird cage again. It's a huge bird cage. It's not like a tiny one. It's like 8 feet tall and like 7 feet wide, 4 feet the other way wide depth. It's like half of a room, and it's right over there. And then a rat keeps getting into the house, and it might be in the bird cage again because for some reason they love being in there. The birds stay up too high for the rats to get though, so the birds are fine. I also need to get more guitar strings because the guitar I have accidentally broke one of the strings trying to tune the guitar, so I need to get more strings. I bought strings for the guitar because only 2 of them were functioning, and one of them was the wrong. 2 of them were good. One of them was the wrong string, and the other 3 were broken. So I replaced all the strings. I think I replaced all but 2, maybe actually. But then I broke one of the strings that I had replaced. Trying to tune the guitar. I didn't know what I was fucking doing, so I need to go get more of that. Not now though. Like maybe next month. Maybe the beginning of November. End of September at the earliest. Cause it's the 12th of September now. I just recently got paid, but I put money in my savings and I had to pay a lot of bills. And then I also went to that geek store and bought some stuff there. So I splurged a little bit on this paycheck. So next paycheck, a lot of it's gotta go in my savings. But I can't just go out next week and go buying stuff. Because next week, oh geez, that was what time and date is it? I gotta wait till the week after next week. Just over a week from now. A week and 2 days. And then I can go to the music store and get a bunch of music. Who knows? Maybe I'll finally get a flute. Probably not. One thing though that I want to play is the violin. I really, really want to learn how to play the violin. So, I think my aunt said she'd give me a violin. She said something about the strings needing to be replaced. So I'll talk to her about that. Um, Sorry, I'm thinking about Martin Freeman. I'm thinking about The Hobbit and Martin Freeman and The Hobbit and a dragon. There's a little bit of damage on this metal piece here because it's right where the mouthpiece is, and it's metal, so it's probably damaged from moisture of fucking playing weirdly. It's as clean as it's gonna get. Probably clean these pieces too. I don't know what I'll do for a stream tomorrow night. Maybe something entertaining. Who knows? Not like playing video games. Because as much as I would love to do that, I don't have the correct setup for it, and even though I did end up playing video games, the other day on Twitch, I ended up live streaming the entire Henry Stickmin collection. There was problems with it regarding the fact that the game was on my other computer, and I tried to screen share it with this computer, and the feedback was too slow, so I need to figure out how to do that before I do anything else. Okay, next piece. Who knows? Maybe on. So I stated that I was going to try to start live streaming on Saturdays and Mondays, but this Saturday I'm watching Lucifer with my aunt because I want to finish the series and get on to the next season. I introduced my mom to Lucifer, and then when Lucifer went on to Netflix, my aunt started watching it because my aunt's much more in tune with shows on Netflix than my mom is. Except for like Umbrella Academy. My mom watched that before my aunt. But the point is, my aunt won't stop watching Lucifer now. And before Lucifer got a renewal for the next season. I had seen a clip of it, or a snag of it, I guess, on YouTube, and I decided it was worth watching, and I left it on the cliffhanger, and found out it was canceled. So I didn't want to show my mom, because I didn't want her going through the pain of having watched an amazing series, and then it had been canceled. And then 2 months later, I heard that it got renewed. So I showed my mom, which is a weird coincidence that I found it. And, like, actually, I don't think it was 2 months later. I think it was like a month later. I told her that I was watching the series and I wasn't going to show it to her because of the fact that it got canceled. She was she's really grateful that it got renewed, because I got to show it to her, because I wasn't going to show it to her and I wasn't going to let her watch it before it got renewed. And Lucifer wasn't on Netflix back then. So, yeah. Basically, a bunch of weird circumstances. Okay, and pull. But the point is, I have recently fallen behind. I used to be very good at staying caught up with shows. But now literally every show that I'm trying to keep up with, I am behind on. And so far, I've gotten spoilers for a lot of stuff. For example, I've gotten spoilers for Lucifer Season 4, which I still haven't finished watching yet. I've gotten spoilers for the end of the Umbrella Academy Season 2, which I still haven't finished watching yet. I'm halfway through that season. I started watching it a while ago, and I have not finished it yet. And then, I got spoilers for Season 15? Yeah, Season 15 of Supernatural. Less than I did the other stuff, though, because I started to veer away from Supernatural on my social media to avoid spoilers from that. But I still have not actually got around to watching that, even though my aunt has been recording it for me on her cable network thingy. Oh, I just realized that this piece goes after my mouthpiece, and I have not cleaned it, so this one will be easy to clean. Also, I started watching Naruto when I was like 12, okay? And I have not finished that either. Maybe I was 10 even. I know the rest of Naruto's out. I don't want to watch Boruto, because a lot of people are saying Boruto's better. It's not. Like, it might be, but it's not. It's just a stupid way to keep the series going, and I hate it. I don't want to watch Boruto. I'm sorry for anyone who likes Boruto as a series or character, but I hate it. I know in the series, Boruto ends up getting the, why do I want to say Byakugan? That is a entirely different thing. Bakugan. That is not correct either. Why can't I remember what it's called? It's like Bakugan. It's not Byakugan, is it? I don't think so. Well, anyways, he gets his mother's Dojutsu, and then he also becomes a missing ninja, which makes sense because his sensei and mentor ends up being Sasuke. And then also, I know at one point they end up traveling back in time and find both Naruto and Jiraiya. They're both big dumps, Naruto and Jiraiya. So they don't realize that this is Sasuke from the future and Naruto's son come back to stop this random guy from killing Naruto. But yeah, I find it stupid. Anyone who grew up with Naruto, the series, mostly the first stuff, because not a lot of people know much about this Shippuden, but a lot of people grew up on Naruto. Anyone who grew up on Naruto does not like Boruto as much. Like, there are people who grew up on Naruto and love Boruto more, grew up on Naruto and watched Boruto. Anyways, but like, I don't want to say true anime fans because that's an over generalization and yada yada and making assumptions. Personally, I believe that even though I haven't really watched Boruto, that Boruto, or at least the idea of the series Boruto, is stupid because one, the main series revolved around Naruto as a character and his struggles to overcome things, and Boruto is basically an offshoot. It's any big fan of Naruto will tell you about the Lee series. It's not called the Lee series, it's called something else. It's like a chibi Lee series. It's all about Rock Lee, and it's all chibi eyes. And it's basically like that. So yeah. Naruto was my first introduction to true heartbreak. Because, little spoiler, but not a lot spoiler, people end up dying. And when they die, oh my god, did I cry. I kind of want to go back over it and watch it again of, like, people who died. Just so I can feel the heartbreak all over again, but, like, in slow motion. You know what I mean? I've already seen it, but that doesn't make it any less worse in a way. I want to watch Shippuden again for that reason, because there's a lot of heartbreak in there. It's like how they said that. It's like that saying that a real author isn't afraid to kill off characters. It's one of the reasons why J.K. Rowling is a great writer. I don't support her currently because of her transphobia, but that doesn't mean that she wasn't a good writer. Okay. And a lot of people will argue that like she doesn't have representation in her books, even though Dumbledore is an established gay character. a lot of people argue that she doesn't have representation in her books, but a lot of other books or series or anything don't have any sort of thing like that, like Twilight. And you don't see people harken on Stephenie Meyer for a lack of representation. Or at least as much as people do J.K. Rowling. She's getting a lot of shit for no reason. The shit about the transphobia she deserves, but like a lot of the other shit for no reason. But you know, it's probably just because she doesn't understand, okay? Technically, in all technicality, I am trans. Because I am a non-binary human in a female's body. So, technically, I am trans. So, my aunt was confused about this because I couldn't be a non-binary individual. There's only two sexes, female and male. She eventually ended up doing research on it, and she was like, oh, okay, I understand. It's your gender identity, what you identify as. So even though you have the body of a man or a woman, you don't identify with those on a mental or emotional level. And I was like, yes, you get it. So, like, she did effort to understand. But, like, J.K. Rowling just doesn't understand. I feel really bad about that for her. I wonder if Dumbledore has any gay friends, though. Because, you know what they say. We find each other. I'm not even joking. Literally, everybody but two people in our friend group was not straight. Everybody but two. Time, y'all. It used to be everybody but three. But turns out she's not as straight as she thought she was. She's currently dating my ex-girlfriend. Who's also trans, by the way. And bisexual. And let's see. There's another asexual in the group. Actually, there's two asexuals in the group. The third one didn't realize they were asexual. If I can say the word asexual, that would be nice. The third one didn't realize they were asexual until nearly graduating high school. Or just after graduating high school. Me and my other friend, though, were both like, hey, asexual. We actually asked teachers while we were in high school. We had the support block together. We asked some teachers about what love felt like to them and what attraction was to them. And one of them, our gym teacher, let's call him Tom. We were like, hey, what's love to you? Because we're both confused about the concept. And Tom's like, well, love is where you want to be around that person all the time, and you want to make sure that person is constantly okay, and you want to always like see that person. And I'm like, I think you just described stalking. And the other teacher in the room started laughing because I was not wrong. He sounded like he was describing stalking, and I just kind of went, hey, I don't like that. A lot of people get weirded out whenever I say that, or talk about my ex-girlfriend, because they don't understand that she's my best friend, or at least one of them. I have two best friends currently. It changes occasionally. For the first half of my life, that's a lie. Just over half of my life. 3/4, 2/3, somewhere around that area. I had 4 best friends. I started with 1 and then had 3 and then had 4 best friends. And then I moved, got 1 best friend. Ended up having 4 at that point because I didn't consider one my best friend anymore. I considered one of them my best friends for a long time until quite recently. Sometime within the past year. She's sadly her life is going downhill. Last time I heard about her, she was getting into drugs and alcohol and lots of stuff like that. Like, I'm into alcohol, but like her lifestyle is very different from mine, which is sad because she was my first friend. Not only that, she was my best friend for a long time. And if anyone doesn't, or I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've posted on Facebook and I've also posted on TikTok that one of my dogs died in a highway accident a few months back, and it devastated me. But we got that dog from my best friend. And it's sad because I actually haven't messaged her to tell her that Snuggles is no longer with us. So I feel like I should. But I'm also scared because I haven't talked to her in so long. It would be weird, but not only that, it'd be devastating on an emotional relationship level to not talk to somebody who you considered your best friend for years, and then all of a sudden they talk to you again, and it's to tell you that a dog that you gave to them died in an accident. So in a way, I don't want to tell her, but not because I want to keep her in the dark. It's because our relationship isn't what it used to be. Because I met her in kindergarten, best friends for 2 years. I don't know if I actually told her this, but when I was young, I would think to myself that since we were we resonated in a way, and since we were so alike, that I used to think to myself that because I don't know if I've mentioned this before as well, but I was almost a twin. I punched my twin out of the womb. I was a violent embryo, and I kicked my twin out. And my mom had a miscarriage, but I was still there. So I almost had a twin. And when I was young, I used to occasionally think that my mom lied to me, and that I did actually have a twin out there. And my mom just gave her up for adoption. And her birthday is 2 weeks before mine. I believe it was on the 12th. No, 13th of April. Mine's on the 25th. And I used to believe that she was secretly my twin, and my mom gave her up for adoption when she had the two of us. That isn't true, but like the mind of a child, you know. And she told me stories and showed me a way of life that I that has become a big part of who I am today. Not in a drastic way, but I've mentioned this before, that my favorite color used to be blue, and then I traded favorite colors with my best friend, who was her. So my favorite color was red, and then it was red for a while, and then I said black. People were like, "That's not a color." And I was like, "Fine, then I will have my favorite color be red again." They were like, "Sure," and then I kind of was like, "My favorite color is kind of like blue," and they were like, "Okay," and then I was like, "No, my favorite color is red," and everyone was like, "Jesus, stop changing your mind." And I was like, "Okay," and then secretly, I started to really like the color purple. And only recently I started telling people that purple is my favorite color. For 2 years, I hid the fact that purple was my favorite color and was like, red is my favorite color. But we were very close as kids. And I moved away and we stopped talking, which is sad because I've never been that good with communication. Right now, my best friend, not my ex, but my other friend, she's probably in distress, and I can do nothing about it because one of our cats hasn't come home in a few days. Dad's on a hunting trip and he hasn't been home in a few days. It's not a good joke to make him this time. I mean, he didn't die then, he died later, but the point is, I've been avoiding talking to her because I just don't know what to say. And a lot of people use me as a pat camel for emotions. My mom does that, my friends do that. I'm okay with it. I tell them that, hey, if you want to come talk to me about something, go ahead, talk to me about something. Which is one of the reasons probably why I need to see a therapist. So yeah. I haven't talked to her in a few days. The last time I messaged her was to ask her if the cat came home, and she said no, the cat has not come back yet. She's very, very worried because the last time a cat went missing for a few days, the cat ended up dead. So, I'm hoping that the cat comes back because the last time the cat went missing, a little bit after, she was half asleep and she messaged me very late at night stating that she was sad, and I was like, are you okay? And she was like, no, I'm not. And then she also mentioned that she was hurt physically, and I thought she had hurt herself. And then she ended up falling asleep while we were talking, and I literally stayed up the longest I've ever stayed up in my worry. I stayed up till 10 a.m. and then napped for 2 hours. I set an alarm for half an hour, but then I slept through it. But that was also the last time I got into a fight with my father. And when I say last time I got into a fight with my father, it wasn't because we worked it out. It was because after that I barely spoke to him again. I spent the night up, wondering if she was alive or not, because I wanted to call her to ask her if she was okay and to wake her up maybe if she did fall asleep. But she would have gotten mad at that because if she hadn't hurt herself that bad and she was just sleeping, then she would have gotten mad at me for calling because it would have woken up her parents. So I didn't want to do that, and I couldn't call 911 because I, one, didn't know the address of our house, and two, I didn't want to overreact in case it was just nothing major. So I contacted all of our friends on our Discord server, and I was like, guys, I was talking to Cass, and she sounded really upset. And then she stopped contacting me. And the note she left on was a little concerning to me. And everyone was like, oh shit. So, at the time, I think, one of my friends went to sleep at 7 a.m. My best friend went to sleep at 8 a.m. A friend of mine who lives somewhere else ended up staying up the entirety of the time. He went to sleep the next night. I think somebody else also stayed up a little bit with us, but she had to go to bed at like 3 in the morning. So we were up pretty late, wondering if she was okay or not. And my friend who went to bed at 6, she was staying with us at the time. Again, when I mean saying she moved in, she was paying rent. She asked me if she was okay. She asked me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah. And she went to bed. My mom came out at one point because we were walking around, and I told her what was going on. Kaz asked me if I could not tell my mom, but at that point I already told her, and I was like, I didn't tell her the details. I just told her I was concerned about you, that I was talking to you, and you didn't answer, and I was afraid. And she got upset at me for telling my mom that. But what am I supposed to tell my mom? That I just decided to pull an all-nighter? I'm not just gonna lie to my mom for no reason, okay? So, got a little upset over at my friend about that. But, that was the last time I got into a fight with my father, because it was the last time I really spoke to him. He and, my mom were arguing about something stupid. And I think that might have been the moment that the anger thing settled into my head. I have this thing where I'll panic if either people around me get too angry or I get too angry. And I think that's when it happened. Because, my mom said something, and then he didn't say anything. He turned around and he walked away, and I was in the kitchen, and they were in the living room next to me, and he walked a long way around through the computer room, through the dining room, to the other side of the island I was standing at. And I, at this point, was tired. I had less than 2 hours of sleep. I was stressed beyond belief. My best friend ended up messaging me telling me that she was okay. She had just fallen asleep. And he didn't say anything. So I was loading the dishwasher at the time as well. And I dried my hands, and I stood on the opposite side of the counter from him, and I looked at him, and I said, "Are you gonna say anything, or are you just gonna stand there looking like an idiot?" And he looked at me, and he didn't say anything. And I don't think I even gave him a chance to respond, because I responded with, oh, right, they were arguing about how Darren never knows anything, my dad. About he's never in tuned about anything. And I told him that I'm sorry that you're not here enough to know what's going on when you are not here, but I don't have the time nor the energy to deal with that right now, because in case you weren't aware, I stayed up till 10 a.m. and only slept for 2 hours because I didn't know whether my best friend was alive or not. So I'm sorry that you can't know what happens all the time when you're not here. And then I had to leave because I started crying. My best friend also got upset at me for saying that to my dad as well. She was like, "Why'd you tell him that I could have died or not?" And I still hope she never sees this, because I still don't know why she said that. I have a weird brain, I guess. I said I didn't give any names, and she was like, "Yeah, but I'm your best friend." And I'm like, "That's true." Because, like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna call the authorities, get arrested? No, he has no right to. If he stated that somebody, has tried to kill themselves, and it's this 16-year-old female, actually, she might have been 17 by that point, maybe 18 even. No, I don't think she was 18 yet. She was 17. She was only 17. Stop getting distracted. It would have been weird for a grown adult to state that he was concerned about a 17-year-old killing herself. And even if he tried, I would have fucking thrown his ass out and defended her, saying it was a big misunderstanding and everything's okay. The point I'm trying to get here is I have a lot of issues, but so do a lot of other people, and I can't help people with their issues, and I'm trying to deal through my own. I think that's where that started out. I started talking about how I'm a pet camel for emotions. I don't even know how to hold this anymore. I remember. This goes here. Oh, wait. There we go. That one's there. That one's for that one. That one closes that and opens that. That one closes both of those. That one does the same thing as that one. That one does the same thing as that one. That one does the same thing as that one. That one open and closes that one there. One, that one. Oh, that one. That one. That one. If I press anything here down, this 2 goes down too. If I press these down, these 2 do not go down. I forgot about that. I haven't even put any cork brace on, so this is like trying to work it on. But I shouldn't put them on because one, should be getting to bed. It's already almost 3 a.m. But at least I cleaned this, so it's nice. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed me talking about my issues. I'm gonna try to live stream again tomorrow night. Don't know what I will live stream about. Because I work tomorrow. I'll figure something. I'll live stream again tomorrow night. Most probably. And if not, I'll definitely be live streaming again the night after that. Stay tuned for a late night stream, part 5. But I'm gonna go now. Yeah? Night night.